This is my favorite combo unit. It plays me. I love this. Hi, Blake with BlvdHome. This is the Samsung all-in-one unit. Now this is the first one we've got of this unit. We've done the testing for the LG all-in-one and the GE all-in-one, but this is the first time that we've got our hands on a Samsung all-in-one, and we've actually never even had one in stock. We got this one from Samsung. They agreed to send it to us to do testing on it, so we're kind of excited. So we'll do an unboxing and a few other things with it and initial thoughts on it. Read the owner's manual on it already, and I will tell you it's interesting. Let's get this thing unboxed and check her out. This is the way they're packing stuff nowadays. I mean, with cardboard boxes, you can have concealed damage and a few other things. With this, it's kind of a lot harder to have concealed damage because you can actually see the product. So if something does get damaged along the way, holes get poked in it, stuff like that, styrofoam gets crushed, and you definitely know you have some problems with it. I think it's, you know, it's going to be a good unit. Now, this is just a side note. This is the heat pump unit. So this is just like the other units. It is a washer and it has a heat pump to dry the clothing. What I've gathered, and it's not available for sale yet, but from our appliance buyer, he went to an appliance show recently, and Samsung is coming out with an all-in-one unit, but it is not a heat pump unit. This unit runs on 110 volts because it is a heat pump. They're coming out with one that's a 220 volt unit that has an electric heating element in it. So it will have to have a traditional dryer plug, but instead of using refrigeration technology and creating a heat pump, because that's what these do, it's going to be like your traditional dryer with a traditional heating element, from what I've been told. But that's just what I've been informed with from our appliance buyer. I just want you to know that it is coming down the road at some point. Well, it's a pretty looking machine, that's for sure. It's definitely pretty. Nothing too out of the ordinary when you first look at it. It's a little different than what I kind of expected, kind of a different look than what the other ones are. This is our lint filter here. Kind of a little bit different. It's built nicely. It has the nice nylon mesh, so this will capture all the small particles from like dog hair and stuff like that. It'll definitely catch it in this and won't allow it to go through, so that will definitely help as far as getting into the heat exchange or anything like that. I did read in the use and care manual, those blue fins back there, that is your condenser coil. So that's what actually gets warm. In the use and care manual, they did say that you are gonna have to, from time to time, you are supposed to get a soft brush, like a condenser brush, that you are gonna have to take and gently put it through those holes and to brush that off and to clean it. That kind of worries me a little. I'll be straight up honest with you. And I know you have to do it with all the unit, but this one they specifically say to use the condenser brush, because when you stick it in there, if you get one that has like a metal core that has the bristle sticking off it, you're gonna have to be very gentle with it, because if you pierce that, if you bend the fins, you're gonna ruin the refrigeration part of the system. They do say in the use and care manual, if the stuff is stuck on there and you have a hard time getting it off, or what they recommend is taking a spray bottle with some water and to spray it back there on those coils and then clean them. And then it looks like we have our bleach dispenser up here. Now that's kind of weird. I get it, but on this machine, your dispensers are on the bottom of this machine. You say they're on the bottom. Yes, they're on the bottom. You know, the bleach is kind of funny. So if you ever want to use bleach, you are definitely going to have to open this up to get into your bleach dispenser. So that's just kind of another step that you'll have to possibly do. But I like the look of it. It's very nice. Got a nice big touch screen here, which I really like. It looks like almost like a mini tablet, you know, like if almost the size of a big phone, you know, if you like the big phone, the big fat wide ones, you know. Goes in like that and it pops in. To get this out, you do have to kind of squeeze a little bit to pull this out. So there's definitely a positive click there when you push that in. So I like, because that way I know it's going to be definitely sealed. You're not going to get any air coming around it. So that's really nice. Okay, so open it up here. Nice capacity to it. Our use and care manuals, all in a package that's all sealed up. And I'm sure that some of you, when, you know, if you buy this machine, I'm sure when I come visit you, these will still be sealed up, but you should open them up and read them. And this is all of our stuff that goes along with the machine. This is our angle for our drain hose. So we have a nice angle for our drain hose. These are caps for when we remove the shipping bolts. Now, one of the last videos we talked about shipping bolts. You should watch the video. A lot of good information on there. Don't forget to take your shipping bolts out. That's why I have this nice little wrench right here that's in this package here. Now this is interesting. This is called an aqua pebble. There's got to be some marketing guy that came up with this, because I don't know why in the world you would call this an aqua pebble. And I read about this, and I'll be straight up honest with you, I had to read the owner's manual over this section a couple of different times to kind of understand the purpose of this. And I've actually read on the internet, a lot of people don't get this. Well, I bet they did. I bet they had somebody else install it for them. They probably said, oh, what's this? And threw it away. But this actually does have a purpose in this machine, but it's called an aqua pebble. The purpose of this machine, if you actually look at this, on this right here, it labels sizes. So one says 100 milliliters and 50 milliliters on it. So this machine has automatic dispensers on it for the most part. Now, one you can fill up with regular liquid detergent, and the other one you fill up, you can either do a specialty detergent, you can do same detergent, or fabric softener in it on the other side. If you want to use powdered detergent or pods, you have to use this. What you do is you fill it up with soap, your powdered soap, you put your clothes in the machine, you pat them down, make a nice flat spot, and then you set this on top of your clothes with soap in it. Interesting. And they say in the use and care manual to be careful if you have in there not to spill anything directly onto your clothes, because it could stain your clothes or affect your clothes before the laundry started. But that's what this device is. So if you see this device, don't throw it away, because if you use powdered detergents or other type of specialty detergents, you're gonna need this for that purpose. And in this, you have these two pieces of sandpaper, and you're gonna say, why are they sending me sandpaper? And it's adhesive sandpaper, because it's got an adhesive back to it right here. The reason for this sandpaper here, this is an old Maytrack trick, and this goes back 30 plus years. When the machines would slide on floors because they were slick or they had slick tile on their floor, what they used to recommend to us is to get some sandpaper with an adhesive back, level the machine, clean the floor, clean the bottom of the feet, figure out exactly where the feet of the machine go, peel off the adhesive, stick it to the floor, and then put the foot of the machine right on this piece of sandpaper. That now provides grip for the machine, because if you slide this machine across a floor that has dust on it, you get dust on the bottom of the feet, and the machine wants to slide easy. And if you stick it on the floor, people say, I don't want to stick it on my floor. Well, it's a low glue. I mean, it's like a low adhesive glue. I mean, you can very easily take a putty knife, pop it up with a putty knife, clean it with some cleaner, and it'll be done. Now we're looking at the tank. Well, the tank's pretty nice. I mean, it's a nice stainless steel tank. You have some smaller fins, which I like, usually a little bit bigger fin on the unit, because you get some more clothes turning over. Looking at it, you can tell that the tub does lean. It does have a degree of leaning from front to back, because the fin is much larger in the back than it, as far as height wise, than it is in the front. They have this nice little, I'm not sure why they had to make it yellow, but this is our recycling jet for recycling water back onto it, but there's one up here too. I prefer to have a boot or a bellow or a seal, depending on the manufacturer we're talking about. I prefer to have one that fits in here a little bit tighter than this, because this is where my fingers are sticking. This is the gap between our inner and outer basket. Now, with that gap, you can get small things down inside there. If you have like small baby socks, booty type nylons, anything like that, they can make it where my finger's making it, it can get down in between the drums and cause issues. So I usually like to have that a little bit tighter, but it's not terrible. I've seen much worse. It does want all that type of stuff put in a garment bag. It'll save you lots of hassle down the road. So now we have this machine unboxed, and it's sitting here on the floor. It is a fairly tall machine, unlike the LGs. The LGs are a lot like a normal washing machine would be as far as height-wise. They're not much bigger. Approximately this machine, 43 3/4 inches off the ground. It is fairly tall. What we're gonna have to do now is we're gonna take off the shipping bolts, get this thing hooked up, and see what it does. There's your shipping bolt and your shipping pin. So make sure you take them both out. Save them for when you move. Okay, now all of our shipping bolts are taken out. Now we can easily get access to take our power cord off and our drain line. On this, you have a clamp that holds it here. You can leave that there, take it off if you need to, but you'll put that adapter that goes with it to make your loop for draining it. We're gonna put this on, get some water to it, and then we'll power it up and see the fun little gadgets this thing has. It's a positive thing and a negative thing about connecting to Wi-Fi, and like I've said this in other videos. Before, I used to say, don't worry about connecting to Wi-Fi. The new ones, you kind of have to. For this, you have to make sure you do have a Samsung account. They're saying sign up with the phone, or you can sign in with Google, or a few things. Your washer's all set. Now let's learn how to use your washer. This will always come up until you run the first complete cycle. So if you're messing around with it, you stop it, you pause it, you turn the power off, this is going to continue to come up until you run the first cycle. If I skipped it, it will come up the next time. So just be prepared. You will have to do it at some time, or you have to skip it and run a full cycle. cycle, and then it won't come up anymore. But we've got it this far, so the next thing we're gonna do, like I said, we're gonna make sure this thing is level, make sure our legs are locked in place, and then go a few other functions, and then we'll get into running the machine. So in the bottom of the machine here, you have a push button right here, and that pops down. Now, this is the thing that it might be kind of a detrimental for somebody that a little older, that don't necessarily get down on the ground very much, because you're gonna have to bring this down and then you have to pull this out. Now this, at this point, you can take it out and you can set it on the counter, but this is your auto dispenser. This is for general detergent liquid only, so you only put your liquid soap in this container. So you'll take this, you'll unscrew this, you'll put in the amount of detergent that this will take, and it's got your maximum line. You put this in, put it back in here, and you slide it back in the container here. You don't have to do this very often, but when it does need to be refilled, you are gonna have to get down low. So if that's an issue, just be mindful of this, but this is what this machine offers you. Now, right next to that, this is your Flex Auto Dispenser. Now this one, you can put softener in it, you can put regular soap in it, you can put specialty detergent in it. They say specialty detergent is something that you specifically buy for, let's say, wool clothing or wool sweaters or stuff like that. Specialty stuff goes in this. Now, underneath this container here, right here, and they call it your emergency drain. If you have a blocked drain, something of that variety, this is where you gotta get the water out of the machine. That is located right here, and it has a nice tube. You pull this down, unplug it, put it in the bucket, and then you can unscrew this to let the water come out. Now you also have, right back here, and it's taped into place, you have this piece right here. This is a little piece that they've designed to go here, and right here are the ports on these containers where they plug in at. Sometimes when you're unplugging them and plugging them, you'll get some detergent that will run out. This is where it goes. It goes in this little device right here. Every now and then, when you're pulling them out, you pull it out, you can pull this out, you can clean it, and then you can put it right back in the machine, right under the ports, just like so. Like any other pump, they do not recommend that you pull this out all the time to clean it. Some people really feel like you need to clean these out. You really don't. It's not very often. Again, refer to use and care manual on that. They'll tell you for sure. But then this just screws back on. Okay, so looking in the bottom here, looking in the pump there, there's a notch this has to go into, as I can see now. So you have to get that lined up so it drops in that hole, drops on that notch, which is easier said than done apparently. There, we got it lined up that time. Initial thoughts, that's kind of a little difficult to go in. I'm not sure if because it is kind of a pain to line that up, but you do have to clean that out. But you don't have to clean that out all the time. That's not important. That's basically a clean out. If stuff gets down in the pump, it's protection. Put your dispensers back in. So it's kind of not the most convenient place to get to that what they refer to as an emergency drain, but it is there. Make sure the machine's level and all front to back and side to side, and then kind of push on the machine to make sure that it doesn't wobble. Even though it is level front to back, doesn't mean that one of the legs aren't touching, but make sure you do push on it and make sure that it is nice and steady on your floor. So now we can run it through its initial load. Now on the machine itself, it does have an initial load thing where you have to run the initial load program that it measures the weight of the product and it does a calibration of it. If you don't run this calibration according to their use and care manual, you will have issues with the machine. Definitely make sure you run that calibration first and foremost before you try to run a load on this to make sure the machine is calibrated and ready to work properly. So now everything is there, water's hooked up, drain's hooked up, powered up, connected to the Wi-Fi, everything's all set. So now we're ready to start with the fun stuff. But so far I've been fairly impressed with the unit. It is big. A couple things I'm not very impressed with. One is the weight. It's very heavy. You can say, well, gosh, why does it matter to you? It's not your machine. Well, I have to move the machine to fix it. So it does matter to me. The build quality seems to be good. I'm not crazy about the dispenser placement. I'm not really crazy about having to stick stuff in the condenser to have to clean it. And I understand the reason why, because it is a heat pump and it is very important to it. But I'm not really crazy about sticking something in there and possibly doing damage to it, even though you really probably won't. It's still something that could be detrimental to the machine over the life of it. But other than that, I've been, really impressed with the machine. It's set up nice. They give you everything you need. Let's power this thing up. Let's run it through its calibration, and then let's get some laundry in it and see what it does. So we go next, and it's just like select an avatar. Look, you can get a skip an you can select an avatar. How fun is that? I'm gonna pick the young guy because I'm young. Not. And he's waving at me.
Hello. Let's learn about your washer's features and how to use them.
Wow, it even talks to you. So let's do this.
Explore a variety of useful functions. You can start your frequently used cycles straight from the home screen. Swipe left for more features.
So it looks like it has a couple of screens here. It shows you how much, your machine will hold as far as softener and all the other stuff. So we're gonna skip that. So this is like a long tutorial. So I guess you're gonna have to stand here for a while and do this because I cannot believe how long this is taking to get through this. This is kind of, don't get me wrong, it is very useful. It's also very painful because you just want to use the machine. We're gonna kind of skip ahead and get to the important parts of this, and then we'll kind of muddle through the rest of this and figure this out for ourselves. And now I read the use and carry manual, and it talked about voice control with this. Now I haven't got that all set up yet and figured out how it works, but you can have voice control with this. And I'm thinking, that's kind of weird. What would you tell your washing machine to do? I mean, you're gonna tell it to wash and dry your clothes. I mean, come on, you're gonna push buttons for it. But I didn't know exactly what it was going to do because it really didn't specify. But as I'm sitting here, I noticed this nice little drop down tab here, and I press this little tab up here, and this has Smart Things. Now, Smart Things is a Samsung app that basically you can control a lot of other devices with it. So with the Smart Things app, you can control this. But this is the stuff that kind of caught my eye, and this is really interesting. We got a timer on this. Why you'd want a timer on a washing machine? I don't know, but we have a timer, so if you want to time on your washing machine, you can definitely time with this thing because it does have a timer on it. Then it has Bixby, which is their voice control, and that's how you control with the voice. Now you have a weather app. So I guess if you're using your washing machine, you want to know what the weather is outside. I guess you could press the weather app and see what the local weather is to see if it's a good day to wash or not. But it's got a weather app on it. This is even funnier. It's not funnier. It's kind of unique. This has a Ring app for your Ring doorbell. I guess if you're your washing machine and someone rings your doorbell, you can answer the door from your washing machine. I don't have a Ring app to connect this to. I wish I did, but that's the only thing I could assume that's why it's there. Now we have an Amazon Your Essentials. So this is connected up to your Amazon account. So probably so you can order soap and a few other things, which makes it convenient, but it's definitely there. You have a gallery there. I guess you could put your pictures there, so you could have your pictures scrolling of your dirty laundry. This is my laundry today. This is after your laundry. Put your kids on there. I don't know, but it is definitely there. Now we have an internet tab. I guess you could search the internet here. I guess if you don't have your phone or anything else, I guess you could search the internet because as you can see, it says Google right across it, and you can just go ahead and start doing it that way. You have a map view. Now when I click the map view, it says you have to have the Samsung app for that. So I'm not sure why you need to know where you are in the world if you need to see a map on your washing machine. I guess if you lost it, you could go find it, but I'm not sure. Take your washing machine. It's kind of odd, but it's kind of cool, but it's odd. And you have your settings, and then you have a smart view, and you have Spotify on this. So you can listen to music, sign into your Spotify account and listen to music while you're washing with your washing machine. It's fantastic. And then we got YouTube. Now go to YouTube and then type in BlvdHome and watch all of our videos. You can watch all of our videos right here about different subjects as you're washing. It's fantastic. I think that's the best feature there is. Play with BlvdHome today. We're going to talk about settings on washing machines. This is my favorite combo unit. It plays me. I love this. Okay, so this is basically a tablet. It's got a lot of features such as door open, a bunch of things. So you'll have to definitely read into what it does. Now this also has a self-diagnosis on this. So if you have a problem with it, you can select that button and it will do that. The next thing that we need to do is we need to run the calibration. So you go into your settings, go all the way down to your calibration, and then we're going to do start calibration right here. So now it's going to run the calibration function. When this is done, the machine will be ready to use. So far, this machine's been impressive. It has a lot of features on it. So far, I think it's a very solid machine. So if you're thinking about it, I'll be able to probably tell you more when we get through with the testing of the product and how well it does clean and how well it does work. But initial thoughts of it, I'm fairly impressed with it. This one, you have to be a little bit more tech savvy than you do with the other units. I will tell you that for sure. It has a lot of features, a lot of functionality, a lot of roaming through different categories and different tabs within the machine to get what you want. We're going to end this video here and we'll get into the teardown on our next video, and then we'll do some washing videos, see how well those do. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and check out our other videos with this, and we'll see you again real soon.